Alright. I am the Hatchet 55, and this is an any percent run of Vampire Rain. This game is 2.5 hours, so let's just start it, yeah? Don't pick any device to save to, so that it won't ask you to save after each mission. I'm just going to go ahead and start the first mission, and I'll introduce the game as we're going. Alright, ready? Time starts when I press A on Rain. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Skip this cutscene. Skip it. Thank you. This game is, how do I say this? Pretty inconsistent. So okay, nobody has run this game before, so I guess my times are the only times to go against. But my best is a 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 10 seconds. But my sum of best is 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 40.
Follow me.
But that's just, it's one of those games that the sum of best really doesn't matter. It's never going to happen. Okay, the first kind of real trick is coming up here. We're supposed to go around the building kind of where he went, but if we just get a running start at this, we can jump here. It's much faster. You'll notice I'm jumping pretty much every time I'm walking. That is because it's faster in every single way.
Lloyd, we've got to get to the north end of the sewer.
We just kind of have to know when
Kelly will meet us
we need
there.
to save time by jumping and when we don't. Like right now I'm not going to jump because it's tiring. And if we're following Hank, who's our teammate there, to a location where we need him to do something as well. So there's no reason in, speeding ahead of him just to wait. Okay, Vampire Rain. You play as John
like
Lloyd, and you're some kind of
Lloyd. When you
spec
get up
ops
there,
team
pull me up.
that fights these vampires called Nightwalkers. They're kind of like vampire zombie hybrids, in that, like, I don't know, they, like, if you are bitten by them, you're one of them. I guess that's zombies and vampires, but then they don't really, like, drink people's blood or anything, so they're not really a vampire. I don't know. There's some kind of monster. That's really the point. Here, he's going to go up that garbage bin on the side. It's much faster if you can just to do one large climb, like one large get up instead of two smaller ones like you see there and like the garbage can is providing. So we always take the large one if we can. And you'll see that I'm always jumping onto pipes and ladders. That is because it skips a, like, getting onto the actual ladder animation or pipe animation, and it's just fast, so it's just faster that way. But yeah, you're fighting these
It's too
Nightwalkers.
dark in here.
Sorry.
I think we better
This is
break
the
out the
tutorial
night
where they
vision
teach you
goggles.
about night vision, so you just mash night vision through that. You also have this vision, which is like just highlights enemies, much more useful. We'll actually be using that in a minute. The sewer movement is a little delicate, in that the sewers are just wide
Looks
enough
like
for
a
you
corpse.
to
Looks like a night
jump
walker
over,
got him.
or just
What a lousy
short enough
way
for
to
you to
go.
jump over,
Kelly,
but you pretty much have
check
to be
out the
very
body.
exact.
We'll
about
go
it.
on ahead.
Gee, thanks.
Okay. And we get to this part where we have to climb on this pipe. It's fastest to be hanging like that as much as we can, and then just be in that, like, up position for two like movements, to get over the railing there. Oh, okay, that was almost bad. Almost fell in the water there. Okay, we have to be a little fast at this this place. just because we need to beat Hank to a ladder. There we go. You know, if we have to wait behind him, he's so much slower, so it's not good. This is actually a really good time to do it. Let's see this. Ooh, and I missed. Okay, and it's now immediately a terrible time. So you want to kind of jump out as far onto that ledge, so you have to do less of this as possible, but then you can miss it like I just did. And
This is
messes everything up. Okay, so we were 1.6 seconds behind on that split. Not a big deal. I have splits in here that I can save like minutes just from like messing up. This game is not that optimized. I'm the only one who plays it, so not that big of a deal. First mission down though, and we're on to the second, Odor. Horrible name for a level, but this game has a bunch of horrible level names.
that's it, and that's the.
So we look at that communications array and then skip through his dialogue with start and then shoot the lock off that door. The trick to that is basically just waiting until the reticle turns red, because that means you'll hit it and then just pull in trigger. Not a big deal. And that's weird. Never had that happen before. Okay, and then that's the cutscene where they kind of teach you that you need to shoot at birds to have them fly away, or else when you walk up to them, they'll alert your enemies. But you can just shoot them before the cutscene, and it's faster. That's another kind of quirk about this game. During certain cutscenes, certain stuff still acts as if their time is passing. So you can take advantage of that in some situations to have things take place during the cutscene so that you don't have to wait for them to happen. Alright, this is our first
Give Lloyd some cover. Lloyd!
kill on an enemy. That went pretty well. Reload here. Okay. Just wait for the cutscenes to happen. Switch weapons. That's a little tutorial teaching you both ways to switch weapons, and then shoot at this guy. Oh, come on. Okay. So that's kind of a weird checkpoint, because if you are loading into that checkpoint for the first time, it's faster to kill that guy, because he will have kind of been loaded from your previous checkpoints, so he'll already be on a path. But if you reload in, he'll kind of start at barely a different place, but it's just enough that you can get by him without shooting him. So if we had died to him, it would have been faster to then just not shoot him the second time. I will say another weird quirk of this game, and it didn't reload great. Another weird quirk of this game is that it's like impossible to kill people. I know it doesn't look like it from that. That looks pretty easy, but if they're any closer to you, really, you're dead, because they kill you in technically 2 hits, but the first hit stuns you, so it doesn't really matter. Like, you can't get up from the second hit, so you're already dead. From the first hit, excuse me. Okay, and again, we jump out as far as possible, just so that to minimize the amount of time that we're ledge shuffling, I'll call that. Okay, so let's talk about health in this game. Health in this game regenerates while you're standing still without a weapon.
Use the electro-pulse device in front of the switchboard to set it up.
So we kind of have to, in some places it's faster to take a little bit of damage, so that, you know, in case we want to fall off a building or something, or jump like that. And so you see how we had to kind of just stand there and regain health so that we could survive that fall. Again, it's faster to wait coming out of cutscenes, even the ones that you skip through, because the time that you're standing still for that skipped cutscene
right there.
counts towards like the little bit of lag time that the game requires for you to like start gaining health again. So you'll gain health faster out of a cutscene. So that's where we want to wait, if we want to wait. And then just look away from her to reduce lag. That's another thing. Lag reduction in this game is really important. Just wait for the cutscene to happen, and then... Hey, that's a gold! We're 7.3 seconds ahead. Nice. Mission 3, Advanced Team. So the kind of storyline, the plot at the beginning here is that you're following an advanced team that did recon against the Nightwalkers, but they've gone missing. So for the first I don't know 5 missions, you're looking for the advanced team. Yeah, spoilers by the way. I'm gonna be talking about this game. I mean, we beat it here, so spoilers, I guess. Again, here, faster to just go up here instead of climbing on that garbage can and up. We don't care about that ammo, again, because we're really not killing that many enemies. They're just too, strong for us to be killing them with much consistency. So when you see that, like, flash of, like, someone's eyes on the screen, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but it just means that a Nightwalker is, alerted to your presence, but hasn't, like, totally seen you yet. So, you just need to, get out of their way. So this guy is going to die. There's a Nightwalker just on the other side, and this guy has, like, you really have to be cautious around him. So we just kind of have to wait for him to leave. And unfortunately, we don't get any melee weapons for a while. So, you can't kill him. Alright. And we're off. Yeah, so you're John Lloyd, and then you got a team of 4 people. You got Hanson, who's like your tech guy. He stays in the like mobile monitoring unit for most of the game. You got your captain, Hank, and the other person on your squad, Kelly.
I'd like to.
Now, real quick about that zip line, it's faster to hold right, because you'll just fall directly onto the ladder. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that there's much to say about the story of this game. I don't really know what happens. I just skip through the cutscenes pretty consistently. Okay. So that one, we walk on the kind of ledge as far as we can before we get seen, and then we fall to the side. If we were to not be on the ledge, it would take we would have to climb back on. I know it seems like you could just make that as a jump, but because of the way this game is, he would probably have to climb back up on it, and that is too slow, and we'd get seen by the Nightwalker, and then obviously killed. So if we can just walk until we basically need to fall down to minimize the time that we're hanging from that ledge there. That's the plan. So that's what we do. Just kind of right when you first get seen, you just drop as quickly as possible, and you'll be fine. Yeah, award-winning soundtrack to this game, by the way. I don't have the music turned off. This is just this game. I've seen a lot of bad reviews for it, and that's because it's not good. But I don't think it's as bad as people's online say it is. Like, they say it's completely unplayable. I don't think that's true. This game is like a little bit, I don't know. You kind of have to give up on it being like a cool, like, Hitman-esque stealth game. And when you realize it plays more like COD in that there's one way to do it. You don't have much freedom in how you get by enemies. You just kind of have to figure out what the game wants you to do. And sometimes that's pretty, obscured. and hard to figure out. But once you know all the secrets, it's fine. And I don't think it's that bad of a game. So we go here. Coming up is another, I don't know if you want to call it a sequence break. We don't go where the game intends us to go. It's not like we're going out of bounds, but so it wants us to go down that ladder all the way over there, and then we would go down that ladder, down there. But that would cause those guards to get alerted, and so you kind of have to sneak past those guards then and make it down there to that. Oh gosh, don't stop. To that door. But if we just kind of shimmy along this ledge here, I know it doesn't seem faster, but trust me it is. Because again, we can't really take on those night walkers. You'll see how ferocious they are. We have to kill some later.
I'm uploading the details right now.
Yep, just go down here. Simple as that.
Lord.
Skip that. Another, one of the essential things to speedrunning this game, really, is just knowing which cutscenes you skip with start and which cutscenes you skip with A. And I know that sounds like a dumb, petty detail, but there are so many cutscenes in this game that if, getting your timing right on skipping them is a major mechanic, really. Drop down there. And just keep mash and jump all the way to the end. Skip the cutscene and split. What? Well, I missed the split, but we should still be pretty much fine. That was pretty much exactly on time, maybe a little slower than my PB. We are now 3.7 seconds ahead, but again, I missed the split by a little bit. Unidentified, okay. This is one of the, in my opinion, better missions in the game, but one thing to note, you have to start this mission kind of going at full speed, because again, you need to beat someone to a ladder, or else it's way slower beating Kelly this time to the ladder. So you want to hold forward first to make sure that you're running, and then you can mash A to jump. You don't want to mash A at the beginning because you can end up just jumping straight up and then back down, which is way slower. And you don't want to mash A at the end because you don't want to get into a scenario where your jump doesn't get you all the way to the end, and you're stuck at the bottom of the ladder, basically. Okay, so sniping in this game.
Thank you.
If it's not on their head, you've done it. You aren't going to kill them. Oh, crap, missed that. And missed that. Great. This is going great.
That was pretty good.
Sorry, I have to focus here. Come on. Okay. But that's all kind of preamble, because we have to wait on this guy. Crap.
A night walker's moved out of my kill zone. Hit it from the other side.
This mission is kind of all about remembering the order in which people come out. So this is basically the whole mission. You're just going to walk around to a different location, you take out a couple of people at that location, then you move. Wow, and I said it was one of the better missions. This game sounded horrible. Something to note, when you pick up a gun, if you have less ammo than the kind of what the gun is holding, it automatically reloads that ammo for you. So a lot of times you have to know when am I going to get ammo next, and is waiting for that going to be faster? Ah, crap. Ideally, we'd want to be climbing up that so that we'd just be on top after the cutscene, because that's one of those animations that will play during a cutscene. Sorry, but what was I saying?
Lloyd, I want you to search the area and take out any night walkers that you might find.
See what I mean about how many cutscenes there are?
Amazing.
Oh, well. You're supposed to
Lloyd,
repel from that, and
I'm sending
we'll see
you
that later,
updated
but
coordinates.
faster just to drop.
Lloyd, I'm sending you their positions. I'll send you the location of a spot where you can safely pick them off.
Coming up here is the scary bit, or it can be. So you kind of want to aim. Okay, so with that guy, because that guy can kill you if you don't hit him in the head. You kind of want to aim a little too high, because ideally you just hit him in the head the first time and he's dead. But
Lloyd,
if you miss, he'll
I'm
turn
sending you their
around.
positions.
If you miss him, if you miss him completely, he'll turn around because
Hanson to
he'll
Lloyd.
notice something, and then that makes it
I'm
easy.
sending you updated
But
coordinates.
if you hit him, then he'll be angry and probably kill you. Also, note on that last checkpoint, for some reason, there's a bunch more enemies there, but you only need to kill that one. So it won't, say that you're done for a little bit, but trust me, you are. Ah.
Harrison here. We're engaged in combat with Nightwalkers in the underground parking area. Lloyd, fall back now!
Hanson to Lloyd.
So
The entrance is
that's
blocked.
The repel, and as you can see,
Head
it's,
for the rear
it's pretty
exit.
slow. Reload here. Mash A to win. Oh, come on. So
Watch it.
it's better to kill her
All
first
clear?
because it'll spawn that.
Looks like
Well,
it's
not necessarily better to kill her first, but she won't move
I'm still
until that
breathing.
other guy has moved. Oh wow, this is gonna be a great split. Ooh, we're up by 1 minute and 21 seconds. So, like I said, some of the times on my PB are not great. I probably died on that mission, if I'm honest. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, it's so that the female Nightwalker there won't move positions until you've killed the first guy. So a lot of times, if the first guy's ran away, it's faster just to continue to snipe her. Your teammates will begin to shoot that other guy. Meanwhile, killing her has spawned the third guy. Now you can join in on shooting the third guy, or the first guy, and then snipe the last guy. And that's the fastest way to do it. That was a little convoluted, but I hope you understood what I meant. Okay. Up here. Okay. And then if we go too far that way, we activate a cutscene where a guy jumps out of the sewers. And we want to try at all costs not to, have to sit through that cutscene. So we come to this area first. I should say this mission is looking for the advanced team, and first of all, graphic images coming up. It's probably like the bloodiest of this game. So don't watch if you're a kid, I guess, or if you don't like that. Just a fair warning. Okay, and then if we mash through here,
Captain, I found one dead
Sometimes
member
we
of the
can
advance
skip
team.
this little bit of him talking if we mash at just the right time, but it's really inconsistent. I haven't found a consistent way to get that. Come down here, get the neolite. I will also say this is one of the few missions where neolite ammo matters. So we want to start out as many fights as we possibly can with the pistol. Okay, and that's again, that guy is another one of those situations where if we don't kill him
Captain,
the
I
first
found
time,
3 dead members of the
then
advance team.
we don't have to. If we die the first time to him, then we don't have to kill him any subsequent time, because his spawn will kind of be a little bit different. So, like I was saying, if we were to hug that like corner too closely, a Nightwalker pops out of the sewers, and not only is that now another Nightwalker to deal with. Oh, come on, stop! Actually, not only is that another Nightwalker to deal with, but it's a cutscene to sit through. So that's why we go to that far one first, even though like maybe it makes a little more sense to, or would make a little more sense to do that security guard one first, just to avoid that cutscene. Come on, reloaded. And we made it through with plenty of ammo. Plenty of ammo. Didn't even need to be concerned. Alright, that's great. Now, coming up is first of all, coming up is a cutscene that's like important to the storyline. This is the cutscene where we start having visions of like a little girl following us. I really don't know what the significance of that is. Probably because I never paid attention to the storyline while playing this. This is one of the few places where we'll actually get seen by a Nightwalker. So this is what happens when you get seen. Caution, and then a little red arrow saying where they are, and if you look at the minimap, you can see that his vision is following us. But going into this checkpoint skips that. There we go. We got a little bit of a early dialogue skip there by mashing it. Fall down here. This is a unskippable cutscene.
Eric should be just ahead.
We are going to
Let's
save
go.
a lot of time here, though. And there we go. Ooh, we are 3 minutes and 7 seconds ahead of my PB. Yeah. So my goal for this game is just to get it below 2:30, and then I'm just going to put it up there. And if someone challenges it, maybe I'll play again. We'll see. See if I really care that much. But yeah, I just want it to be below 2 hours and 30 minutes. And like I said, my previous best was 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 10 seconds. So I was really close before, but not quite there. And one of the reasons I wasn't recording and I didn't post that video is because I actually just got recording equipment for the Xbox 360. So I've had a lot of games that I've wanted to run for quite a while on the 360. I've never had capture equipment for it, and I just got some. So now I can capture 360 video. So, if you are someone who follows my channel, one of, I think, 4 people on either YouTube or Twitch, then that's good news for you. Right here, we want to mash A as soon as we get up here, because then we can just grab that ledge. We don't have to go up the elevator, or the ladder, and then we want to make sure we stay on the ledge there. Yeah, the only downside then is I won't be live streaming the attempts, but I don't think anybody will be too brokenhearted. So this is another tutorial where they teach you about the UV knife. which is our melee weapon in this game. It's a one-hit kill, but you can only use it, you know, if you've snuck up on the person. That's another little tiny skip, you know, just jumping on the roof there. Let's get that cutscene. Yes. It's always faster to jump off of stuff than to, you know, kind of fall, you know, climb onto the ledge and then drop off the ledge. But that being said, it also damages you way more. It's not just like a, you know, oh, you save a little bit of health, so sometimes it's worth it. It's like you save a ton of health if you do that properly. So, you know, it's really a balancing act of, you know, when I lose health here from dropping too far, how much health am I going to lose versus how many other drops do I have, and, you know, how much can I lose there? And we don't really have to be concerned about, you know, losing health to fighting Nightwalkers, because either we've killed them before they can touch us, or we're dead. There's not really another option. They're just too... Yeah, if they touch you, you're gone. And actually, this is a mission where we're pretty close on health. Oh, jeez. As I say that. Isn't... Oh gosh, I'm getting my missions mixed up. It's fine that we're getting seen here. He never sees you. I don't know why that's in the game. So that's that, you know, I kind of messed up that jump onto the ladder there. You can see that was the getting onto the ladder animation that we were skipping by jumping onto them, as well as pipes. Yeah, see, that's the jumping while standing still thing. You can move just a little bit, but it's quite slow. So you kind of want to make sure you're running whenever you jump. Okay, this is a little tight because that guy is going to look directly where we're about to be headed. So we got to make that fast, and it was. He didn't see us. Good, good. Okay, yeah, this is the level where it's kind of tight. I have quite low health. That's not great. I have to play it pretty conservative here. Okay. Coming up is the hardest trick in the game. Oh, we just barely didn't get seen there. That was lucky. Okay. On this roof is the hardest part of the game. All right. So we need to jump off of this ledge and onto that box truck, because walking under... Oh, second try. That is pretty amazing. I know that does not seem like it was hard, but that was very difficult. Basically, there's a guy walking in between the truck and us, so we can't walk just directly, you know. We can't drop directly is what I mean. And we can't just take off from the ledge, because it's so small that we actually we would need to, like, we just instantly kind of get gravitated towards hanging off instead of actually you know, falling. Okay, UV knife. Second UV knife.
Nope.
Oh,
This
okay.
Uploading the details right now.
That was risky, but it turned out fine. Take that guy out, take this guy out, and if only we didn't need to take that first guy out, or we didn't need to take the first guy out during the tutorial, we would have another UV knife and not have to come into this room here.
Answer to Lloyd.
Unfortunately,
Uploading it now.
we need another one. Yeah, I should mention, UV knives are one use, unfortunately, which is kind of dumb to me, but whatever. I didn't make the game. We gotta kill that guy. We just kind of hang out. So that acid they dissolve into still damages you. It's one of the most annoying things about this game. And it kind of stun locks you as well. It doesn't just damage you. It damages you, but then doesn't push you back far enough to get out of the acid. So then it damages you again and then pushes you back just a little bit. Honestly, most of the time, the acid dissipates before you actually can get away. Also, when we press the buttons on the forklifts, that locks us into that little cutscene there. So we have an area where we can skip that, so that's good. Oh, and a gold, a 2.3 gold. So we're up 3 minutes and 10 seconds now. Wow, this run is going great. I'm never gonna have to play this game again after this. Skip these cutscenes. Weapons. Weapons is a very make or break level for me. The first part, you pretty much can't mess up. And the second part, you very much can mess up. So, the second part, I might need to focus a little bit.
I think I heard something.
Walk out here. That guy hears something.
I'm going on ahead.
He's going on ahead. You hide behind these boxes and just wait for the other guy to come in. There's a couple places in this game where we just have to wait for someone to walk into another room, and it's agonizingly
Must have been my
slow.
imagination.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, it's just what you got to do. Also, this section we're kind of waiting on the guy that just came into our room. Let's see if we can see him around this corner. That guy to walk away, so we don't need to run or anything or hurry even. And even when he does, we still have to hang out at this doorway. So no rush. We're gonna be going to that door over there, if you can see it, that door. But we kind of need the night walkers to leave this room because that guy will turn around and see us if we had gone now. If we go now that his back is turned, he'll see us when he turns around there. Kind of behind that. Oh no, excuse me. This guy turns around behind that. It's kind of behind that. You can see him just a little bit. But he'll see you anyway. So we gotta wait till he leaves. And then we sneak up from behind. We can't beat any of those people there, but we can beat her. So we do a sneak attack on her to take her out so that we can run the rest of the way. We also have got to be careful that we don't alert the people on the stairs, because they are still there until they, are loaded out. Okay, and then this kind of section is just a maze, so as long as you know where you are going, very easy. Oops, and I say that and I don't even know where I'm going. Well, whatever. Oops. Yeah, so this game has kind of some jank in it, like, having to climb up there instead of letting me just jump up there. That's partially like a proximity to whatever thing you're trying to jump on / over. Pretty much any obstacle, no matter how high it is, if you're too close to it, it won't let you just jump over it. You have to climb up on it, which is annoying. So we try to avoid that as much as possible. Hide behind these crates. Okay, kind of start creeping out. This is in the doorway. We can dip. There we go. Skip this cutscene. And now we have the Bellamy shotgun. Oh man. Ooh, almost missed that. Bellamy's a one-hit kill, so long as you're close enough. So we try to be close enough. Pretty simple, right? Unfortunately, we don't just get it for the rest of the game. That would be nice, but not the case. her out. Up here. Around here. Up this thing. Under here. Okay. Ah! I always forget to not reload there. Okay. And also not looking at their bodies when they're dying. Their bodies cause a bunch of lag in this game. Because of the... Oops, we got hit by the acid down and again. Oh no. Okay, so we died there. Like I said, weapons is very make or break. That's not too bad. We got a checkpoint right there. See, this is how long the game over cutscene is. Oh, crap. That's not too bad. Skip the cutscene. Well, dear God, I hope
You
this is
did
still
it!
recording.
That was pretty
It does not
good.
look like it is.
Heads up! We've got company!
Take a bite out of this.
Thanks.
Yeah, they'll pretty much take that guy out.
You
Get
okay,
and
Lloyd?
shoot him.
Still have some ammo left, I hope.
Let's head back to the command vehicle.
Alright, so we're losing time on this. That's not really a surprise because we had a death there. Yeah, I would say it's pretty impossible to play this game without dying. Infiltration. This one has a kind of a cool skip right at the beginning. It's one of the riskier skips now. Although I've been getting it fairly consistently now, so no big deal. When it says please wait there, that's because at the end of at the beginning of every level, after it loads in, you gotta press A to actually start. So that's just me mashing A in the game and basically telling you to just wait. Okay, so here we get. Come on, please. All right, we got it. So we get seen there because again on that side there is supposed to be a cutscene where a guy jumps out of a sewer. But if you're being seen, in the process of being seen, it won't activate the cutscene. And if you go fast enough, the guys won't follow you. So that is by far the fastest way to get around there. You're supposed to, like normally, go like up and around the buildings, but that takes like quite a while. And we don't want to have to wait for it.
What was that?
Come on out. Don't know why that guy was all the way back there, but that's whatever. And I fell in, of course. Quit. Across. Yeah, you basically have to jump perpendicular to the way the sewer is. Ooh, forgot about you.
Come and get it! Are you all right?
Ooh, okay. My teammate saved me there. So long as I don't spawn any acid. Okay, yeah, nice. But that's unfortunate. He's gonna be on this thing for us. Okay, that's a considerable time loss. Not the best. Not the best. Not the worst. Not the best. Alright, here we go. And that way, it's also kind of hard to judge when you can get down. Because if you do it the way, you know, the fast way, then you just know, like, once you can't move anymore, you gotta go back up, and then you do 2 movements up there, and then you come back down. But, it's pretty hard if you don't have that timing.
Are you all right?
Who's there?
Okay. These guys are dispatched out here. Okay, so let me explain a little more storyline so that this next mission coming up is going to make sense. So there are these things called prime walkers. You know, like night walkers, but prime. They're basically like the head vampire, because they are the vampire that turned everybody else into vampires. But of course, they were also turned into vampires, so we'll get into that later in the story. So, like, I don't know, that has some implications that, like, they're the only ones that could turn other people into vampires. Like, why aren't all these random ones also prime walkers if they, like, have, you know, just, like, a couple people? But, sniper. This guy falls, shoot the head, and die. Okay, great. Yeah, I tried to climb up onto that ledge, and it didn't work. Just jumped straight off. Not the best. Gotta redo this section. Yeah, you'll see I'm also pretty relaxed on like how much time I'm willing to lose at each section. This game's long and inconsistent, and I had a lot of time to save on it, so no big deal. We can't, unfortunately, shoot this box before we take her out, or I'll check here. You can kick boxes, but it's as one might expect. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if I explained this. As you saw there, the falling death cutscene was shorter than the getting killed by a zombie death scene. So we do take an intentional death in this run. Okay, sorry, I got a split. Oh, okay. So we're still 1 minute and 49 up, like ahead, but no big deal. And this split, I have like 2 minutes to save. This one coming up. This is the fight with the Prime Walker, the one that turned everybody else into vampires. And I thought this was the end of the game the first time I was playing it. I was like, oh, sweet, we got to the boss. I was sorely mistaken. Anyway, like I was saying, it's much faster to die due to fall damage or to getting shot rather than a zombie melee attacking you. So at all costs, we avoid getting melee attacked by any zombies, or dying to it at least, because it is much slower. One shotgun from Shell from Bellamy takes that guy out, and we can just go straight up here. Now this is another area where we don't jump while we move, even though we're going to be running at full speed, because there's a guy on the dance floor down there that if we jump, the guy who just saw us there, basically, same guy. If we jump, he will not just, be alerted, but he'll actually chase after us. But his AI is you know, not great. So he kind of gets stuck on that first floor, and we either have to rely on our teammates to kill him, which just won't happen, or we have to go down there and kill him ourselves. But most of the time, we end up going down there, and then he kills us anyway. So it's pretty important not to get seen by that guy. Okay. You turn the sprinkler system on. That's supposed to be like rain inside, and that's like the zombies' weaknesses. And then zombies, excuse me. Vampire rain. That's really awesome. Shoot that guy as early as possible because he needs to melt for us to get all the way for us to get out of here. And it's still pretty risky to do this, but it's the best way. There we go. So you can jump over the acid, which is kind of risky and precise. There we go. And now the boss fight. Yeah. So this guy just follows you around, and then you shoot him when he steps on these UV mines, and he'll chase you. But he'll chase you for a lot amount of time, but if you let him kick you, he'll stop. And it's much faster if you let him kick you. We got this cutscene, because that was stage 1. I'm using the mini-map if you see, okay, this is not great. You might be in kicking range still? Okay, we weren't. Sometimes he can kick you and you don't go far enough that he can kick you so that he can kick you again. Like the Red Dead. There we go. This is the one where, because we need to reload anyway, we just lead him around while we reload. We also don't have any UV mines, so we have to wait for our partner to close out. Okay, I don't like that angle to get back to that one, so we can't. It also doesn't matter where we shoot him. And that's bad. Ooh, okay. There we go. Easy peasy boss fight.
So this...
Let's get that cutscene. Okay, make sure our Neolite is fully reloaded. Come back here. It'll start us off on the Bellamy here, but we want to change immediately to the Note Light or Neolite, because it does more damage technically faster, and then finish off with a shot from the Bellamy. And that's level. Nice. So we saved 1:50, and we are now 3 minutes and 40 seconds ahead of our previous time. Man, so I'm new to this whole. I'm not very tech savvy. I'm pretty new to this whole having capture equipment thing. I'm using Elgato right now, and the preview is just stuck on a certain screen. Oh, I see why. I wanted to be live. Yeah, do live.
This is as close.
Captain.
Man, I hope this is recording. This is a difficult level. In fact, my PB has
Target's holding
my
position. Standing by.
best time for this. So, we're hopefully pretty well. Probably won't be good.
Kelly,
I think we can
we
get
made
this
it to
in
the
under an
building,
hour.
but the door's locked.
We can definitely get this in under an hour.
Can't be.
That would be pretty
I'm
great.
sure I left it open when I came in.
So we can't miss a
Kelly,
single
you've
sniper
got
shot
trouble.
here,
Watch
or
out.
else we lose a
Damn.
bunch of time.
Lloyd, go
And if
around
we
and try to make
miss
your way.
3, which is pretty unlikely,
I'll see what I can do with
we
this
have
door.
to reset. There's just no getting around it, which is unfortunate.
Hanson to Lloyd. There are Nightwalkers lurking on the rooftop waiting for a chance to attack Kelly.
Okay, shoot that.
I'm uploading the details right now.
Okay, great.
Kelly here. The target's on the move.
Yeah, it's pretty catastrophic.
Lloyd,
if you miss
get
that.
back here. I've managed to open the door.
We need 6 bullets, and that gets us to 6. Ah, crap. Yeah, so just like the movement and like
Captain,
when you're
I
considered
think you've
running
got
and
a
when you
problem.
aren't is just a little
It
inconsistent
looks like a
in this game.
Nightwalker.
I wish it was
It's entering the building.
That's all we
But then
need.
probably people would speed
We've
run
got
more
to get to
often,
Kelly. Maybe we can see out of its way. If not, we're going to have to take it out, Lloyd.
That's
Kelly here,
that's another
Captain.
like weird thing about this game.
Target's holding
That's actually
position.
nice.
I'm standing by.
So to ready a weapon, you have to
Roger
press
that.
X,
Stay
and to
alert,
zoom in, you
Kelly.
click in the right stick.
Yes,
But
sir.
for weapons that have a a scope, you can already click in the right stick, which is already that's like your binoculars, theoretically. Not good. Okay, probably.
Captain? Target's on the move.
Man,
Looks like he's going to pass through the parking area.
Stay on him,
Okay, this is gonna
Kelly.
be a little
Harrison out.
consistent. Yeah,
Kelly to
gotta wait for
Captain.
this guy because we don't have the extra
Target's
shot.
still moving.
And this woman over there to walk far
Roger.
enough that she won't see us.
Captain. Target's moving again.
Roger
We're
that.
fine. It's a pretty short mission, which is good.
Kelly here. Target's holding position.
Kelly, Harrison here. How's the target?
I get the feeling that he knows he's being followed. Maybe he's learning what it feels like to be hunted.
It's a little bravery test there. Corner.
Sir. Target's holding position.
Okay, Kelly. Be very careful.
Yes, sir.
Nice. This is going actually pretty well here, considering that you missed a shot. So yeah, now that I have capture equipment, assuming this all goes smoothly and I can kind of figure it out, I think I should be posting videos and speedruns a lot more often. Oop, split. Ah, that was almost okay. I know I missed the split a little bit, but that was basically spot on to my PB. We only lost 1.7 seconds there. That's probably 1.7 seconds late. So we're doing great. I've actually never gotten the first 10 missions, which that was the 10th mission, done in less than an hour. So we're doing great. Okay.
Let's go!
Man, this thing is absolutely there's a little bit of lag. I was gonna say I could probably just play off the Elgato capture, but okay, this is kind of a weird trick. You go back this way to that corner, back to these cones, and then jump, and then that gets you through. Basically, what you're doing is that first running back, it triggers a guy to come around a corner back there. And then as we run back, we're buying ourselves time so that the guy can walk forward a little bit and we can jump past him when we actually jump. And 2, we're getting up speed to jump. Also, we don't jump there because, like on that thing, because there's a guy right behind there, and if we jump, he'll see us. So this cutscene. Slider. There we go.
Captain, Kelly's not
Next
here.
part, you don't really
You
have to do
catch
that.
all that, Captain?
Yeah, if if he's headed for Kelly. Follow him. Let him lead you to Kelly. Whatever you do, don't touch him until you find her.
I've got visual data from the airborne probe. The guards in the area have
If
pulled
this
out.
goes to YouTube,
That should make
people
it
on
easier to
YouTube,
track
if
your
you're
target.
watching this, which you are if you're hearing this, would you like to see streams of my, practices and stuff? Because I would probably be willing to do that if people were interested in, me starting up a game and figuring out how to run it. That's kind of the idea
Lloyd,
behind
he's using the truck to get to
I do
Kelly's
on
location.
YouTube and Twitch is I take
Sneak your
games
way
that
into
nobody
the
plays
truck.
and I just create my own route for them and speedrun them. And then after that, people are welcome to get the world record. And maybe I'll take it back, see if I want it, but probably not. I just like routing, demonstrating the game more than I like grinding for a world record. And I kind of like, giving life to these old games that I feel like if you're watching this, you are either, a Vampire Rain fan, in which
You're running
case
out of time. Get in the truck.
you are something else.
Lloyd,
I
you should
salute
be
you.
safe if you
Or
get to the roof
you
of the
just,
truck.
like speedruns and stuff. Game doesn't really matter.
I'm using the airborne probe to scan the cabin that the Nightwalker entered.
I like
I'm forwarding the coordinates over now.
adding, getting these old games
No luck.
somebody's gonna play another
I can't get
place.
any interior readings.
Kelly's probably being held in there. Lloyd, it's up to you
Yeah,
to
that
get
didn't go that
inside
far.
and
We can
find
get
her.
probably like halfway onto this beam. It's just about how brave do you want to be. You can also do like a weird glitch thing where you jump up on that ledge. You're like not really supposed to be able to. It's just supposed to be. So we shot at a bird there. Let me shoot this because this is where we actually have to go. That box causes so much lag that you kind of gotta look at it when you're the shooter. So we shot over there to scare away some birds before we get over there. Go up this side. Oops, I missed that ladder. So this next part coming up is another one of the times where we're just kind of waiting, unfortunately. So you'll see. But yeah, let me know if you'd like to see live streams of this. I'd probably do it. Let's see. I have a pretty busy schedule though. I don't have a lot of time to play video games anymore, unfortunately. So he says, having routed out a 2.5 hour speedrun. All right, so we just gotta wait until if you look at the mini map, the red circle comes into this room, which is a while. Oh. I found this game, I was walking down I live in a fairly big city. I was walking down the street. Just a couple blocks away from my house is this old, record, VHS, whatever place. Found this game in here. It was like $2, I think. I said, yeah, come on, for $2, I'll take a risk on pretty much any game. And that's really how I find the games I'm going to speedrun. That's pretty much, cost is the major consideration, and to some extent that helps assure that it's not like already speedrun. But I do look that up usually. Save Kelly. Leave.
Be careful.
I think we saved time on this split too. It looks like. This might be a gold. We'll see. We'll see if it's gold. We definitely save time, but I don't know if it's gold.
Come on.
Unskippable cutscene. Anytime you do the teamwork thing to get over a wall, it's unskippable. And split. Ooh, that's a gold. So we're now 441 ahead of our PB. Unfortunately, my PB is also my gold on this split. So we'll see. Yeah, sorry that the timer won't be in the video. Like I said, I'm not a very technically savvy person, so I don't know how I'd capture the video of the recording, the timer, and B, I don't know how to. I wouldn't know how to edit it in. So
Let's go!
somebody wants to explain that to me, and let me know how I can do that without spending too much more money on equipment. I'll be happy to. Here's another section where it's actually a fairly major skip, because we are skipping having to take somebody out, but we have to take them. That's not great. We have to take them out with a UV knife, so we have to sneak up on them. So it skips that whole kind of like creeping up and a crawling section. Ah, that's not good. That's the person we'd have to take out. Nice. And just by doing that, that's the skip. You might recognize this as the place where we had the UV knife tutorial, and that's because it is. We are going to be revisiting places pretty frequently throughout this game. So that's kind of a trope. So don't be surprised when you're like, oh, that's from that other level. Yeah, it is. Here. Skip. Thank goodness the cutscenes are skippable. Otherwise, this game would be unplayable if it weren't for that. Again, gotta wait for his legs to dissolve. So that's something about their death animation is that they're still solid while they're dissolving, and until they're kind of like all the way in the puddle, they can block you. And if they do block you, you fall into the acid puddle, which, like I said before, kind of staggers you, and it's not great. So at all costs, we avoid that as well. Jump in here, skip that cutscene. Okay, and we take these boxes up as opposed to taking the ladder. A, because it's just quicker, and B, because if you go off the ladder, you see another Ghost Girl cutscene. So we're gonna skip that. Okay, here's another hard skip that has, or hard trick, has an easy backup. So we'll see. And we got it. Nice. So jumping onto here is very fast. Okay, great. Otherwise, we could just drop down, but it's not as fast. And remember when I said we skipped killing someone with a UV knife? Well, that means we have a UV knife now for this guy. So that prevents us from having to get another UV knife. Now, there is one in that box right there. But it still saves us the time of that skip earlier, jumping onto that roof instead of going around and having to kill that one, that Nightwalker. Saves us the time of also looking in that box for another UV knife. This whole section is basically just platforming. Again, go up both the set of taller barrels instead of going up the smaller one and the smaller one again. Nice. It's always... Ladders in this game are a little more finicky than pipes for jumping onto them. So it's always like one of the more satisfying things in this game is jumping onto a ladder from the side and like getting it really cleanly. I know that sounds weird, but it's nice. And let's fix that. Just a little bit. Yeah, and like I said, the fall damage to distance relationship is not linear. It's definitely exponential. You take exponentially more damage the higher up you are. Okay, well not exponential, but it's not 1-to-1. You know, it's not linear.
You should be able to go down someplace around here. Take a look
Come on,
around.
Scott. Thank you. Skip. Jump. Jump. That's like one of the places where it kind of doesn't really matter if you do a running jump or a standing jump. Skip again. Around these boxes. And split. And that's a gold, actually. We are 5 minutes and 1 second ahead of our PB. Nice. Great. That's awesome. And I have a lot... No. I scored, I don't know for sure. But in the level after that, we got a lot of time to save. This is one of my less preferred levels. I don't like it that much. And it's long. It's like 7 minutes. So, not great. Oh, wow, so our sum of best is now down to 216. That's pretty good. Oh, gosh. I hope that was not too long. It's kind of embarrassing. I'm too distracted. Yeah. So the trope for like this sewer section is turning off these steam valves so that you and your team and Dr. Foley can get through. This is my least favorite section of the game, right here. Gotta kind of inch out. So that guy sleeping is a Nightwalker, and if he sees you, he goes absolutely berserk. And he can see you really easily. Like, I don't know what it is, but he wakes up so much easier than any other Nightwalker in this game. Or not wakes up, but like spots you so much easier than any other Nightwalker in this game. And he's the one that's asleep. It just makes me really nervous. Okay, I think we're fine. Yep. Yeah, I hate that section. That guy has just like clobbered me so many times. He like is in my nightmares. Okay. In here. Alright, and then we don't need to run for this part. So we just wait here. Basically, we need to close this valve behind our team so that we can kind of cut off Nightwalkers. Pretty stupid, but it's whatever. So yeah, we wait for that cutscene. That's where they start following us. So Hank goes in, Dr. Foley goes in, Kelly just...
Move it, will ya?
So, turn that on. Nightwalkers can't get in. But of course, we still have to wait for one of them to die. One of them dies. The other one runs away. And then Kelly just kind of watches it all happen. I wish we could like push her over here or something, but we can't, unfortunately. We can't push people in this game. Okay. So they went off some other way, and you're going this way. There's a guy back there, but you can just completely ignore him.
Harrison here. We made it out to the surface.
You had to do keycard first and then open the door, but they're the same button and super close to each other, so it's not RNG which one you get, but it basically is. Grab this data disk, skip a cutscene, come back here, skip another cutscene, and that I should note, that's why we went around these boxes when we first spawned, because if we were to go further over there, we would spawn that Nightwalker early, and not only can they then see us, well, that's really the only disadvantage, is they can see us, and it screws it up, so it's just faster to walk back that way. This is where we just were. This is where we got that jump that I didn't think we would get, which was absolutely crazy, and probably why we rolled through that section. But now instead we're doing it the way that we were intended to do it originally. Here.
Good job.
So originally you're supposed to do this part this way on the regular route. On the other, yeah, okay, great. They killed that one. That saves time. Sometimes they'll kill that last one, sometimes they won't. It's kind of annoying. And unfortunately, we got, well, I guess it's good that we got to the top before the cutscene started. Come on, that'll be fun. But ideally, you'd kind of like be coming out of that,
Thanks.
Did they kill that one? Yeah, they did. Perfect. Okay. They did a great job helping me out on this one. Come down here. Get another cutscene. Okay. And then, again, this is another place where we're waiting for them to get to a destination, so it doesn't really matter how fast we go. The only obstacle left is that there's a guy around this corner. But not only do we have a whole team behind him, we got a sniper, so
Good job.
just snipe him. And even if we miss there, this sniper, lets you shoot quick enough that you can get a second bullet and you'll kill him in 2 bullets. The only time you need to get headshots is either if ammo is a concern, or there's still a lot of Nightwalkers that can get alerted to you, because if you hit someone, then they immediately somehow just know where you are and are coming after you. But you could, so then, they'll alert everybody basically in their vicinity that you're there. But in that scenario where it's just him, it doesn't matter if we get seen. So we got Hank, we got Dr. Foley, and we got Kelly.
Looks like we...
And we skip his dialogue, and bang. And that's another gold. Wow. Okay, we are 5 minutes and 35 seconds down, and this is one of my... This level is pretty bad on my PB as well. This is the second boss fight, Prime Walker. It's not a boss fight, it's basically a jungle gym. You'll see what I mean by that. Okay, skip. Terminate James. That's the new Prime Walker that we're taking out. Apparently he killed my old squad. I don't know where you're supposed to have known that, other than the flavor text. But yeah. So this is basically a jungle gym, just because.
Listen up, Lloyd. You have to nail that thing when its guard is down.
The way you kill him is you
The
get
container
him
at
to
the
the
back
end
of
of
the
this. You
warehouse can
get
be
to the end of
dropped
this
from
level,
here.
and then
Can
he
you
can
leave
take
that thing
damage.
back here?
I mean, he can take damage
give it a
before, but
try.
he'll just regenerate it immediately. Okay, at these red lights. Yes. We're supposed to raise that forklift down there, but that is tremendously slow. Okay, great. We made that jump as well. That's pretty important because he'll attack you if you don't make that jump. So anytime we were supposed to, activate a forklift, we don't actually need to. We're fast enough, or we jump far enough that we can just jump over it. That's no big deal. Ah, goodness. I forgot. Alright, that was a terrible mistake. You can't move and reload and be crouched at the same time. You kind of got to pick 2 of those. So you do have to shoot him. Okay. Oh, that's creepy. So yeah, so we've skipped 1 so far, and now we're skipping. Ooh, another here, except we've fallen. Not great. Yeah, it's a fairly precise jump, but like I've been saying, it's no more precise than the sewer jumps, so not that big of a deal. Okay, and then here's 2 more that we got to get in a row. Nice. Nice. Okay. No. Oh, James, what have you done? Okay, that's horrible luck. We have to go all the way back. That really sucks. Yeah, kind of. As long as you're on another tier from him, he won't, like on another Z coordinate, he won't attack you. Sorry if I'm getting into these jumps too much or making weird noises, but believe it or not, it helps. Okay, there we go. And now we just attack him until he jumps back.
That thing when his guard is down. The container at the back of the warehouse can be dropped from here.
Get him back there. Skip this cutscene.
Finish him off, Lloyd.
Finish him off. Skip, and we're done. Okay, it wasn't a gold, but we saved almost exactly a minute, 59 seconds, 59.6 seconds. So we are ahead by 6 minutes and 34 seconds. This is fantastic. Okay, next mission is failure, and I don't remember at all what the missions are by their names, so we'll have to see what that means. Oh, okay, I know this mission. That little picture is enough to remind me. Actually, do I? We do a couple missions in this place, so we'll see if I'm thinking of the right one. Denadisc. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do know this one. This one's fine. Not too bad. Good old Neil ladder, not quite. Get the pistol out. Nice. Upstairs. Yep. Pretty much nothing is random in this game. It's always in this cabinet. Now this, as far as I can tell, was the intended way to go. That's pretty crazy. That like breaking that box is a little, I don't know, too hard to see for me. We had to do that another time, if you remember, breaking a box to get through the hole in the fence. But okay, yeah, nice. It's a couple finicky jumps right here, and whip. Nice. This one's real hard. Let's see if I can get it. Yes! Okay, that's great. That's fantastic. And then this jump again. Nice. Okay. That went almost perfect. This part's just crazy laggy for no apparent reason. Behind that, yeah. Cutscene.
Lloyd, this way.
unskippable cut teamwork cutscene. So teamwork. Come down here. I could get that, but I'm feeling risky. So that's just more Bellamy ammo. We'll get some more, which is the shotgun, in case you don't have other guns in this game memorized. We should be fine without it. It's like not a big deal. You can sometimes get on the top of that much faster. Because we'll get 5 Bellamy ammo here, and then we'll get 10 at the end of this cutscene.
Hurry up!
Let's go!
Okay, gotta fight some people. Great.
Thank you.
But again, looking up so that we don't get the lag from the dying Nightwalkers. The key.
Thank you.
You okay?
Oh, crap. Okay, that didn't go great. Luckily, that's a checkpoint right there. So we're gonna be pretty behind on the split. That's okay. That's okay. At least I can manage probably. Also, if you're watching this and you're going, you know, I played this really obscure game when I was a kid, or last week on my friend's house, whatever, and I'd like to see a speedrun of it, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I don't always have to get my games just because it's cheap at the local trade your gaming store. So.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was looking at the achievements of this game, and I was using,
Thank you.
and oh man, this the achievements in this game are brutal. So many of them are online. You can admittedly do them with like a friend, but man, if you didn't have a partner to do some of these online achievements with, crazy difficult. I don't know why I'm going back here. It doesn't matter. I get put back here during the cutscene anyway. That's where we're supposed to be going. And you only get 50 gamer score. 50 gamer score for beating the game. It's like nothing. Okay. So we lost 43 seconds there. We're still 5:51 ahead. That's fantastic in my book. Isolation. This is one of the cooler missions. I like this mission. It's long and it's pretty tedious, but casually playing through it, it's pretty fun. So the shtick for this one is that you have a bunch of bombs that are planted around, and you have to defuse them. So.
Hanson.
So there's actually one right over there, but we can do this first. Oops, and missed that pole twice. That's what I need to do. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. Shoot this lock because it's going to draw a lot of attention. So you kind of let that, you wait for that to blow over. And while you're doing that, deactivate the spell. I wish maybe there was, I don't know, a little bomb defusing mini game that was fun and not annoying. Oh gosh, it's just pressing B, which is a little disappointing. Like, okay. Look up to this guy. Exactly. And we're past her without her seen, which is good because so even when you're seen in this game, they'll kind of like pause and like pause their route that they're taking and look for a little bit. So it's always better to not get seen if possible. Ooh, not a job we can make. Gotta repel down this one. Okay. Ah, it always does that. I don't know why. Even when it has my so that's what you do if you press fire without having a gun out. You kick, and for some reason in that specific spot, it's like really inconsistent on whether it's going to let you actually shoot or make you kick. So it's annoying. No big deal. This way, side of the street, so we can see. Oh yeah, by the way, there are actually humans in this game. Not everybody that we see on the street is a Nightwalker, and there's a great example of that. So we're going to go up that pipe soon enough, but not right yet. That roll move. Only time in the game we use that roll move, except for getting back to that. This pipe. Should we do that? Not if I see. Maybe on the way back. Okay. So we defuse this bomb, and it should be noted that it's a checkpoint every time we defuse the bomb. So
Captain.
then we kill ourselves. And this is basically resetting. What that intentional death does is reset one of the Nightwalkers back to like their kind of
I'll keep looking for more.
and that's way faster than trying to get past him right through. So that guy right there. Oh no, that's not great. Not a big deal, just a little annoying. Again, like I said, sometimes you think the game is going to make you climb up, and then it lets you jump for some reason.
We've disarmed the bombs, Captain. I'll keep looking for more.
Kind of the worst case scenario. It's like better, definitely, to yeah, that guy. That guy is just a human. It's not actually a Nightwalker. And if you shoot him, it's you get a game over. And it seems like I just patched the bomb there, but trust me, I didn't. It's in the sewers.
It seems like there's a...
Seems like there's a bomb in the sewers. What Hanson was about to tell us. Ah, crap, I always go the wrong way. I always see where the thing is headed and get a little too excited and just start heading straight towards it. Over here. Ah, not nearly close enough. Not along here. That is Nightwalker. She's just not going to see us then. So we do end up killing her. So a lot of people would say, wouldn't it be faster just to sneak up on her? And no, because you can't sneak up from her. Jeez. You can't sneak up on her from the side. She'll see you.
Lloyd, Kelly here.
If you
can't
drop
find the
from the
bomb
pipe
in my
too close to
area.
her, she'll hear you. So it's actually better just
Can you give me a hand?
a little bit here. So she turns around. Take it. Ooh, that was an attempt to jump around the acid, and it did not work. Wait for this guy to walk away. So Kelly can't find her bomb, so we're gonna go help her. Oops. Yeah, that's one of the biggest mistakes I make consistently is thinking there's a cutscene about to happen and trying to skip through it. And then
I've got no idea where the bomb is.
you'll remember this as the place we came to when we couldn't miss a shot. And then we did miss a shot and it was fine.
Listen up, people. The timer on one of the bombs just kicked in. If you've got a bomb that hasn't been disarmed,
Unskippable
get
cutscene.
right on it.
So now we got a time limit on the bomb, 2 minutes. We're gonna come nowhere close. 2 minutes. I think they kind of want you to go around on those pipes over there, but this is much faster. Which is nice, because it's also the place we came before. We have a little leg up on what's up here. Oops. I wanted to jump down there, but not a big deal. Come on. There we go. 217, or 117. Not too bad. All that's left is to get back to the shop. Ooh man, something's grilling outside. This smells great. Ooh, so we're already behind for my PD. About 10 seconds on that. No big deal. Alright, so we lost 18 seconds there, so we're only 5 minutes and 33 seconds behind, but again, that's fine. Literally, as long as I PB by 10 seconds here on this run, I'm happy with it. I just want it, I guess 11 seconds. I just want it to be below 230, and I'll be fine. Okay, this is 107 degrees Fahrenheit. Is the name of this mission. Fun fact, if you change it to any European language, like I played this game in Spanish for a little bit, it changes it to, I think it's 23, no, not 23. Changes it to however many degrees Celsius, which I think is absolutely hysterical. That,
The warehouse! Run!
43. That they change it, they decided that you understanding what that temperature would be is absolutely essential to the naming of this. Some people might say that's nitpicking. I don't know. Or being too harsh. And actually a good detail, but... There we go. So this is where stuff starts to heat up. Am I right? 107 degrees Fahrenheit? Heat up. Alright. But it heats up in that enemies start being able to shoot back at you. So we have to be way more cautious about how much health we have going into fights, because they can shoot back. Nice. Okay. Hank took him out.
Harrison here. Maybe we can exit from the same window the enemy used to get in here.
Already ahead of you, Hank.
Bingo. I found a spot we can climb.
Already ahead of you. And see if we had more health. Jeez. If we had more health, we wouldn't have to, you know, lower ourselves down here. But we are looking pretty thin, so.
Follow me.
Tank gives us a sniper. Cross our fingers if that's good. Again, my my PB has my PB for this, has my gold for this split, so. Unfortunately. Probably gonna lose some time here. Sorry, we focus for these sections. Nice. Okay, that was actually fantastic.
Let's rendezvous with Kelly.
That was actually gold. Oh, let's go. Okay. So that was 15 seconds of time save over my PB. My split. So we are 5 minutes and 48 seconds ahead. Man, if I can save this much time this easy, maybe I should keep playing this game. No. This is refusal.
Let's move.
Permissions. Okay. Alright, I always get turned around there. So we start off with 3 bullets, which is weirdly exactly how many we need. It just means we can't waste a bullet.
Let's go.
If we are to somehow miss, I would doubt it highly. Watch me definitely miss. Then we have to go back to Hank, and he'll give us some ammo. But hopefully we just don't miss. Nice. Now we run back here. Face this way, get the guy's attention. We face that way because if we face the other way, it lags a ridiculous amount. And us having gone over there will cause him to go over there. Nice.
Lloyd, I'll need you to check those supply points. If we're lucky, you'll
So,
find something that will help us.
Now we need to check possible places where there might be supplies that will help us to get out the night walkers. Because the reason we only had 3 bullets there is because, like, in the storyline we're running low on ammo, right? So we have, I believe there's 4 checkpoints, or like places we can check. It will spawn on the 3rd one we check, so it doesn't matter what is the 3rd one we check. We just need to check. This one I believe has to be done. Because there's a cutscene associated with it, unfortunately. So we have to do this one. Yeah, so I guess we saved Kelly earlier. I don't know, maybe it was that time we saved her from...
Kelly to Lloyd. I owed you one.
Yeah.
And now we're even.
We owed her one.
Way to go. Keep it up. Lloyd,
Yeah, I don't know
you need
what
to get to the
she
point
means
that's lit
about
up.
owing us one. I don't know when we saved her. I guess literally when we saved her, but... Okay, so then this is the next one we want to check. And we don't get it, but we do get 2 sniper bullets, which is actually pretty essential just for the rest of this route here. up here.
That was pretty good.
Harrison to Lloyd. Bring whatever you found to the attack point.
And
Kelly
make sure
and I
this
will
guy
head
says
over there
huh?
and meet you.
And looks back at us. There we go. Now we can just walk by. Walk by her. Over the car.
Nightwalker confirmed. Engaging combat.
Understood.
Fine.
Cover me. Come on.
So not ideal to miss there, obviously. But, no big deal. Yeah, so this is probably my sixth full run through the game. You know, my live split timer. Sorry, I got a split here. And that's another gold by 0.3 seconds. Wow, incredible. So we're up, or we're ahead by 5 minutes and 49 seconds. So we're doing great. Freezing point. This is another boss battle. I'll explain it. But oh gosh, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, don't remember what I was saying. Okay. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, live split will say that I've played this game 48 or 24 times, but
First,
those were all pretty much resets where I died or did something crappy in the first couple levels. So I just snipe her just to make things easier on myself, since I only have to kill one person here. So basically this boss battle is set up in this format. Basically just a bunch of regular people rushed, this quarry. And you take them out. That's one phase, I guess, if you want to call that a phase of the boss. Oh, no. Okay. Not great. We did lose like 50 seconds on the split on my PB. We'll still probably be a little behind, but no big deal. Again, this is a fairly short level.
first,
so. Yeah. So like I could try sniping the other people here, and it would make a difference, right? They do spawn. Like, the next people spawn based on when you kill the previous ones.
there.
But it really doesn't matter. There's too many people to make it worth it, and it just kind of wastes your ammo that you're going to need later. Maybe if I was
Watch it.
really committing to this game and putting another 1,000 hours in it, I would
Over there.
go for that tactic, but I don't. Oh yeah, you can actually scope in on other weapons that don't have scopes, but you just go into that like kind of first person. But it's like much worse in my opinion. Nope. Come on. I'm looking at the right place, right? Yeah. Okay, there she is. Okay, here's the boss. So, she is going to run in one pattern, stop at the same places every time, and then we just need to snipe her in the head when she stops. Pretty simple. Ah. Here it is. Ooh, I just barely made it through that. Okay, gotta put my weapon down and regain some health here. This is a little risky. Especially considering how fast she's getting to the next station. Oh no, she's skipping a few. Okay. Come on. Regen health.
Bye. I'll make you sorry you were born.
Use the light.
I don't know what that means. When he says use the light, what does that mean? If somebody can explain that to me, I'd love to hear it, but I can't think of one. Also, the side of the, you know, whatever she's using is cover that she comes out on. Ooh, that's not great. Is dependent solely on the direction that she's moving. There we go. Okay.
What do you...
All right. So we still save time. Saved another 8.9 seconds. So we're 5 minutes and 58 seconds ahead. Going into level 20. So we're pretty close. We got 2 more regular levels and 1. Sorry, 2 more regular levels and 2 more boss fights. Total War, however, or sorry, full scale war, full on war. I have the split name wrong. Is one of my least favorite sections, and that shows because my PB is a minute and 50 seconds behind. My PB for this, my split on the PB is a minute and 50 seconds behind my gold for this split. And the first half is just running, and the second half is done. Sorry. Unskippable teamwork cutscene. You gotta see the teamwork. That's what this game's all about. I think this game has potential. I think it just kind of was taken in the wrong direction. I think if they made it either more like Hitman, where you can kind of do your own thing, kind of a game, you know, like solve the puzzle your way, it'd be fantastic. I also think it could really work as a, you know, a kind of, sorry, I gotta sneak past that guy, a horror survival game. I mean, that's kind of what it is, but not really. Oh, okay, you can make that jump, and it's pretty unfortunate because I think we're gonna miss this cycle because of that. No, we're not. We didn't. Okay, we need to go. So that guy is walking away from us, which is basically what we need. Because if we get seen in this section, it plays an unskippable, like, super long cutscene. We actually might get to see it, and I know it sounds weird because I just complained about how I didn't. It's long and unskippable, but it's sometimes faster to take it. Yes. Okay. So because we got onto the zip line before the cutscene started, while the cutscene is playing, we will still be zip lining. That's one of the things that I had mentioned that plays, that continues while the cutscene is playing. So even though it's unfortunate that we had to watch that cutscene, it actually worked out fine because we overall saved time because we were able to get up that second tier without waiting for that guy to turn his back to us, and we were also able to take out the time that it takes to go down the zip line. Now, here's the part I don't like. It just becomes a shooting gallery until the end of the level. Come on. And if you miss, automatic restart to the back of the beginning of the level. So, suboptimal. That went well though. And this is a checkpoint, so we don't have to do that part again. Kelly, we're throwing you off here. Oh, okay, goodness. Okay, that's got him. Oh my goodness. So that's what I mean. Like, they can just snipe you to heck. Okay. Hopefully they kill. Oh my goodness. This guy is giving me so much trouble. What the hell? That's alright. We're still ahead by quite a bit. So weird. Ooh, oh, okay. Dude, this is this is horrible. This is a horrible split for this. I mean, my PB, like I said, is not great either. In fact, almost exactly a minute. 55. There we go. Okay, I'm not taking chances. I'm just getting with the Neolite. Okay. Great stuff. That wasn't even too bad. That was pretty good. Yes, that saved a minute and 40 seconds. We were only 10 seconds behind the PB on that one. And we died like 3 times. That shows you how much I hate practicing that level and just don't like that level. Also, I lied to you. Now we have 2 more regular levels and 2 more boss battles. This mission specifically, though, there's nothing to it. You kill a few people and then you just move to the checkpoints. And it's not even like they're just like on open ground. You'll see what I mean. Reason of existence. That's his level. Reason of existence. Okay, so catch you up on the story. Kelly turns out to be working for our general, which sounds normal, but turns out that our general wants to kill Lord Hessler, who is the only natural-born vampire. Everybody else was turned, including the Prime Walkers, were turned into vampires. That's not entirely true. There's one other person, Monique, that we meet later. There's also true natural-born vampire, but those are the only 2. And so our general, our army general, wants us to. First of all, he sent us on this whole mission already has been like a suicide mission, but he wants us to kill that first. That original vampire, Lord Hessler, basically, in order to start a war between vampires and humans, which I'm like, isn't there already? But like, I'm just gonna wait for it to regain health because I'm too scared. And there we go. There we go. We can regain health and ammo while he's... So this checkpoint, he's literally just walking around. So I just pick up some ammo really quick. And then chill at the spot where he's going to meet us. Get a little bit of health back. Skip cutscene. Skip cutscene. Over here. Kill these guys. Not time
Thanks,
critical
I
at
owe you one.
all. The only thing that they can really do is kill Hank, which is really annoying because he needs to make it up there. So, we'll just watch him. Oh, jeez. 2 hours is 2.5 hours is a long time to play a video game like this.
All right.
Oops. My bad. There we go. And again, I lost like 45 seconds on this mission compared to my PB on my, or compared to my gold split on my PB. So. Yeah, see, this mission has a lot of those kinds of things where it's just like, really, you're making an entire, you know, cutscene of just me jumping off them. Okay. Of just me jumping off those like crates. Like, can you just? No. That means Hank's dying. Yes, okay. Thank goodness.
Now we go to the other side.
Skip. Nope, not quite. On here, one with Hank. Skip. And we get the best gun in the game, the Beretta. Huh, wonder what gun they could have possibly been after. It is a one-shot hit kill anywhere. So that's pretty nice. Jeez. Okay, there we go.
Good job.
And actually, we kind of want to be careful that we make those shots there because we carry this Beretta ammo to the next level. And it is very useful. So they give you this Beretta for the last 4 missions, and I guess I've already spoiled it, but the last 2 are boss fights. So you just have the Beretta for that, and it's like, okay. They obviously just gave the bosses more health, knowing that you'd have the Beretta. It doesn't really make a difference as a result. Okay, come on. Oh, we're saving time here. Nice. We are 8 minutes and 8 seconds ahead. 30-second time save on that split. Okay, the ridge. This is the last real level. It's about 45 seconds that I can gain back for my on my PB. So we'll see if we can do that here.
We've got to follow.
There's like a fairly good chance I get lost on this level, though. I'll warn you. It's too big, and everything looks exactly the same. Okay. And I missed that jump. Great start. Loving it. Just got to be a little more careful. There we go. It still saves time over crawling across that area. This is like all cutscenes, all down this hall. It's so annoying. Cutscene. Crouch. Cutscene. Like, why do they need that many cutscenes? Just put me at the end of the hallway at that point. Ignore that. So now the, okay, let me explain the story a little bit more. The people that fight us with guns, those are technically with the army. that we should be a part of. They're night walkers, but they're somehow like made to follow the army's command. They're like super soldiers, basically. And the general or whatever of the army decides that he wants to go after Lord Hessler, the leader of the vampires, essentially, such that he can start a full-on, war between humans and vampires to get rid of them. Because he, without the full-on war, he doesn't have permission to just like go steamroll them. So, and Kelly's with him and going to kill us because she knew that we were. In fact, she does kill Hanson. Sorry, Hanson fans, not the band Hanson. Hanson, the character fans. And she was going to kill us as well. But Hank foresees it coming and puts, for some reason, I think Hanson dies beforehand, and he kind of like sees that someone in there is a traitor then, right? And puts exploding bullets in her gun, so that when she tries to shoot us, this is all during her cutscene, by the way, this is why you didn't see it. When she tries to shoot us, her gun blows up and it knocks her unconscious. Sounds ridiculous. And so that's kind of how we escape Kelly. No way to beat Hank there. Oh, come on. You gotta be really strict going through that. And so we get to decide, actually. Well, I guess I won't spoil the whole game. But we get to pick our ending. Let's put it that way. That completely spoils it. Yeah. It's just, do we kill Lord Hessler and, go with the general, or do we not and let vampires live? If this was a live stream, I would say you guys decide, because it doesn't affect the game. It's every time it stops. Okay, that's weird that people have already seen me. I don't know what to do now. That's not supposed to happen at all. Okay. Come on out. That's one. That's two. Okay. That was weird. Never seen that before, but it's fine. This is also a little skip. We're supposed to turn off the valve there, but we can just jump on these boxes and then get up here, which is where we're supposed to go anyway. Easy peasy. And actually, it used the exact same amount of Beretta ammo that I had planned on using in that section, so maybe a little bit slower, but overall fine. Okay. Up here. Some other sniper bullets. Those come in handy.
Who's there?
Okay. And drop down here. That was a little close for comfort. There we go. Yeah, that's the one I want. Sorry. You have so many guns at this point. I should mention, by the way, it kind of depends from level to level
have to break through here
if your weapons and ammo persist.
Come on, Lloyd. Let's show what we've got.
And it's not even like, is it just logical that like you're in the same scenario you left off at? It's it really comes down to a lot of just like, oh yeah, they just let you keep it on this level and you don't on this one. Okay. This guy also has a Beretta, so we just want to kill him, make sure he can't use it against us, because it's also a one-shot kill against us, which kind of blows. For us, at least.
Follow me!
Pick up his ammo for sure. Everybody else, it doesn't really matter, because it's just Neo light ammo. And we have a ton of it, but for him, pretty important. Gives us another Beretta bullet.
Take them out. We're almost
We
there.
got this guy. Oh gosh, that sucks. That's fine. We're still saving time. That would have been a PB probably if... Or, you know. Oh, it saves. Luckily it saves. I forgot that. It saves if you kill that first guy pretty quickly. Nice. Okay. Great stuff.
Are
This could still be a PB. Yeah, it was a gold. Wow, we saved 1 minute and 26 seconds there. Great. Great stuff. So we are 9 minutes and 34 seconds ahead. Wow, if we save just a little bit more time, which is like fairly feasible on either of these next two boss fights, wow, we could be 120 or 220. That'd be phenomenal. All right, let's do it. Last two boss fights. We got the Charles boss fight. Skip 3 cutscenes there. Probably the most tedious of all the boss fights. This one. Okay. Again, it doesn't matter where we shoot him because we're using the Beretta. And we just have to wait until he's not doing that. This little like cross position. And then he can take damage. Yep, that's this boss fight. I mean, I'm kind of kidding. It's not the entire boss fight. They also have people run out and you just gotta snipe them. But they always go to the same spot, so... You got time to reload. You don't even really have to scope in. I just do it for fun, I guess. I'm good. Man, I'm good. Man, I'm good. I'm getting these positions exactly correct. And that's not something I practice. Like, it's not like I'm like really worried about where those positions are. Because if we're a little late to killing them, it's not a big deal. You know, we still have to wait for him to get out of that. Oh yeah, I forgot to come to the other side. That, you know, invulnerable phase. Ah! That might have been great. Nah, fine. Okay, that's right. So yeah, making sure that you're gonna survive is your first priority, obviously, because dying is the worst thing you can do. But other than that, you basically want to be shooting him as quickly as possible. Like that, so we don't even have to kill all them. Oh crap, I forgot, I should reload. So now, this is phase 2. Those pillars spin, and the enemies come out in a different pattern. That's it. And of course, they give us the 2 free shots at the beginning, just to, you know, be like, hey, just shoot them. That's the thing. Okay. I kind of have to focus for this. These guys can actually... Yep. Come on. Nice. Got that for the barrier thing. It's good. Yeah, that's another thing to be careful about. Don't just it's not worth taking like a bunch of pot shots just to, you know, get him early, because again, that's not the limiting factor. Shooting Charles is the limiting factor. So, oops. You know, it's better to have enough ammo to kill anybody that's coming after you, and wait a little bit longer than to, you know, die to it. Because again, it's still the scenario that if we get hit once, we're pretty much done. That sucks. See, like in that scenario, if we had missed, it's game over. Well, it's not game over, but we lose quite a bit of time. Luckily, we do start at phase 2, but it's not like phase 2 is short, you know? Okay. I'm not sure if shooting him will get us a cutscene, so... Damn, it does. So I didn't need to kill those guys. I could have just shot Charles once and triggered the cutscene, but I didn't. Go ahead and follow. Yeah, another thing to realize, you have plenty of space to back up on this level. So, you know, retreating just a little bit is perfectly simple. Ah, crap. There we go. Okay. Phase 3. So this one is a little bit harder than the others. No doubt, I mean way harder than the others. You have to hit him in the air. If he gets behind you, he wastes not crap. You can't really stay still for that long either. Strafing is the key to this fight. Sorry, I There we go. That was fantastic. That's a gold. Yep, we're 9 minutes and 40 seconds up. And I lost 10 seconds. All right. So it doesn't look like we'll get a sub to... Actually, kind of does look like we're going to get a sub 220. Or 230. Oh, yeah, not sub 220, though. Monique is easy. Last boss fight is easy. Game's over. GG's. This is the world record for sure. I'm going to make an ass out of myself in 10 minutes. All right, Monique fight. So she's the other true natural-born vampire. So she just jumps from these 4 platforms, and then she has 2 attacks. She can either throw knives at you, and dive kick you. Crap, and I missed the first dive kick. The dive kicking is where she is vulnerable. So you have to shoot her during the dive kick. But yeah, this is the whole fight. At least this phase. If you're having trouble with it at first, I recommend you put your back up against like one of the places that she jumps from, because she'll probably attack you from that section most often. But neither the knives nor the dive kick can hit you if you're standing there and she jumps from there, and that lets you have the rest of the positions in your field of view while you're at all times, so you don't have to constantly be, you know, rotating. That's the difficulty behind this. It's just like making sure you're in the right place at the right time. Come on, jump on this one. There we go. That's the first phase. Second phase is even easier. Second phase is this. What? Shooter, shooter, and then shooter. Ooh, missed. That has literally never happened to me before. So you gotta once to make her run at the right time, and then once to stun her, and then once to kill her, and that's time. Ooh, so we lost a little bit of time there. That last shot is when time ends. We lost a little bit of time there. Specifically 16 seconds, probably due to the missing that first dive kick. But that is still a 2 hour and 25 or 20 minute 45 second vampire reign. 2 hours, 20 minutes, 45 seconds. Which is a 9 minute and 24 second PB. And I have it recorded. Hopefully it's all recorded. And wow, yeah, I can't believe that. That's pretty incredible. Oh, so I'm gonna let this cutscene play. I will kill Lord Hessler for you here, because I can find the ending. I tried to search on YouTube, because the first time I played through this game, just casually, to see if it'd be a good speedrun game. I like wanted to kill him, but I couldn't figure out how. And like I couldn't find any videos of the cutscene, so I was like, what the heck, man? All right, here it is. If you just kind of mash right trigger, I don't know when you're supposed to pull it. Come on. Oh. Nope, I didn't do it. Never mind. I guess I don't know how. But that's it. Then you just walk away. That's Lord Hessler, by the way.
Me my destiny.
Wow.
This is AIB headquarters. Is anybody there? Over.
This is John Lloyd.
Okay, well, thanks for watching
We've
my
destroyed every
Vampire
Nightwalker
Reign
in Area E9.
speedrun.
It's a wonder you survived, sir.
If you're
Who's
interested
this?
in speedrunning this game and you know want some tips, tricks, I'm happy to answer if you message me. Or if you want a different, you know, old no speedruns as of yet kind of game speedrun, then I'm happy to oblige as well. Just let me know.
There's a helicopter heading your way.
I should be putting more videos, more speedruns out.
On your return, we'll arrange an extended leave
Now that I have recording equipment for the 360, because most of the games that I want to speedrun are on the 360. So yeah, if you're enjoying the content,
Next
let me know.
sundown, 12 hours, 14 minutes.
Try to make it more often. Thanks again for being here for this. I'll let the cutscene play.